Hello guys, Lucky Leader here, first episode of Songs of Six, patch 66 for 666. We're going to play some humans here, and we're going to try a setup where the population can start scaling really fast, really quickly. Hope you enjoy. Cheers. Well, the first step is rolling the map 100 bajillion times, so we're going to speed that up to about 10,000% and get through that right quick for you here. Alright, so here we are. We just started. A bunch of resources up here, so we're going to try and put the industrial district up here. Put our throne here to start, so that's where all the people start. And the first thing we're going to need is food. So fisheries are pretty cheap. I'm going to try and get as many of these little fish dudes as I can. That's probably a good initial fishery size. You always want to put the storage as close as you can to the entrance. We're going to put a fairly big storage. And then you need auxiliaries. They boost the efficiency, and you need to get that up to a hundo. That was easy. So now we only need 48 wood. They're going to get 48 wood clearing this. And I think if I just hit play, they will start doing that. Loyalty is decreasing. Yeah, we knew that was going to happen. So we're also going to need a well. Keep them from dying. I'll put that like here. I'm going to leave a big space around the town square. We'll see how that goes. And you also need a hearth. Keep them warm. There. Well, hearth. Probably end up with a speaker in there somewhere. I'm going to take some workstations and put them over here. So that these guys start clearing this. We have a bunch of people. Once they clear that, I think they'll start building it. So that's going to migrate a bunch of people over there. And then we're going to want a bunch of people cutting trees. Probably makes sense to do it where we're going to build. Probably going to build the first houses right here. We'll cut down those trees and we will clear rocks there as well. There aren't many rocks there. There's a lot of rocks here. That's probably a good amount of rocks to start. This guy's giving me some money and swords. We'll take it. Now, we also want to forage, so we don't have any food. Now, there's stuff on the map. It needs to be picked in certain seasons and all that. We'll go over that later. For right now, I don't want to have to worry about the seasons, and I'm just going to forage the entire map. Though I see at the top I have a weird button clicked. All. Perfect. I had all selected, so now we should have everything we can forage highlighted. Let's go check something. See, we have this highlighted. If you go over it, edible vegetation must be ripe late summer. We are currently in day 1 of spring. So this is kind of weird. You start with absolutely no food, but they're going to cut this down. These guys are going to clear this. We're going to plant a farm right afterwards. We don't have fruit planted anyway, so we want to start with fish. You also want the hunter, but the hunter needs furniture. So we actually need the carpenter next. Might as well build it out of stone, because we're gathering these stones. And this one we're going to put up here. This is where our noisy district is going to be, up by all the minerals. And there's wood over here, so I'm going to actually just place the carpenter right here. Put 4 doors on it. Check. Let's go. Again, we have a bunch of people and we want to kind of force some to work on certain things. So there, we got some up there. We got some set over here. Let's see how they do. We got the fishery going. So So now we need somewhere to put the fish for the people to eat. So you need a market. And you have to draw these. I'm going to draw one here. Yeah, so that'll be a market. That should let them get a bit of food. And speaking of food, a food building? Food stall. This you also have to design, I guess. That's the size of it. That. Kind of making a city here. We'll have services that kind of spread, so we can have houses here by this, houses here by that. And that should get them going again. I'm gonna get rid of a lot of these cutting wood jobs because we have a lot of cut wood. A fruit farm. We have the people up here, we have this here. Probably gonna want the aqueduct to be here starting, so I'm gonna put the fruit farm up here to begin, I believe. And check the fish one more time quick. So there's 2 there, 3rd, 4th, 5th, so that would be a good fishery actually. So now we have 2 of those, and we're gonna put in a fruit farm. The storage is here. So we'll leave some room for a big road, nice big roads. No, it's not. 20 by 50? Yeah, we'll start with a nice big fruit farm, just because we want to get them going. And the fertility was high. So we're going to do the same thing over here with the workstations, just because we did start with bonus people. They should come over here and clear these trees. And we're hoping to see a bit of food soon. So I placed my farm, but we're not getting food quickly. I'm going to build the smallest of import depots right by my markets in my start right now. And I'm gonna hope they just rush to build that because they're cheap. And then we are going to use what little money that person gifted us and make fruit import. So here's the fruit place. You just click on it, accepting fruit. Import. Apparently need a warehouse in order for that to work. We are going to rush a little warehouse. I'm going to put it here, right between our fruit and this import fruit and our market for some proximity bonus here. These are both going to benefit from a big proximity bonus to this. I don't really need it on the main road. So I'm going to put it up here a bit. I'm going to try and make a nice little fancy schmancy design here that works. So we have the warehouse. We wanted fruit. We have wood. We have stone. And we want to have a place to put every type of food, because they can't plant crops without the seeds, so you want to make sure they can at least gather all of the different crops. Grain, cotton, herbs, they're all crops. Opium. Your hunter that you're going to build soon is going to gather skins, so that's valuable to have. And we are building a carpenter, so I'm going to put that there for now. I'm going to leave the other 40 crates fairly empty. I'm going to turn up the ones for fruit, because that's the only farm we built, and for fish, so we have a lot of fisheries, and then let everything else kind of trickle in and adjust as needed. Probably turn up the wood and stone already. So when you upgrade this at like 10 times its capacity, it's kind of crazy. So pretty good. So now we're gonna need some houses, right? I'm gonna build stone houses for the people. They seem to like those. And we're gonna put them here, so they're between the farms and the services we're building for the first set of houses. It says we have 23 workforce, so we should have enough. I can remove these now, because nobody's doing this over here. You can see our wood and stone is full. So now we can go through our built buildings. We got the well. We got the fishery, it's maxed. Got the import depot, importing some fruit. We have a hearth. We have our warehouse holding some fruit when it can, and all the veggies. And then we have the food stall ready to go. The auto-employ button is gone. It's interesting. I'm going to turn that down to 2 people for now, because we do not have many people. And then the market needs furniture, so whenever they finish this up here, we'll have the furniture. It looks like we have harvested all of the rock. So we are going to clear rock again and take more, lots more. Want to keep our rock and stuff fairly high. Especially while we have excess workers like this. So we left this little space over here too, so we could give them another hearth and another well. Hearth, well, these are very important. Especially on this patch, apparently. So they're beginning to be housed. I feel we're going to have a lot of people abandoning us for a while. 50 people is a bunch for having no services at all. Next thing they're probably going to want is a bathroom. So we're going to go ahead and plop one here. One. Now last game, I made all my services like I would have patches before. But it was the first time I played with basements and upper floors, which increases the housing like 60%. So I'm going to make these slightly larger than I normally would and see how it goes. I'm actually going to put the basins near the doors, so maybe these savages wash their hands from time to time. And we're going to make this a stone building as well. So there's tons of stone on the map at this point in the game. It's way quicker to use wood, but we're going big from the start. We took the people buff at the start, and I plan on using the workers. We've already got 28 of our crops there. If there are crops coming, I don't think we have a trade deal with anybody, but we'll see. Now we need carpenter to start going. It's getting close. Once the carpenter's going, we're going to place a hunter down. So they actually can't build this until the carpenter's going, so I should probably suspend that job as well, just to get them to focus. Alright, so we've been watching them build, but you see these red numbers here. I'm noticing our warehouse is full. I'm not too worried about the wood on the ground. See, when we're going to want to plant fields of these, it's going to be super beneficial to have more of it. Didn't see if there was cotton on this map. There is, so they just haven't gotten it yet. Haven't gotten the cotton. So I upped those just so they can store more. They can't eat that yet, but it will allow me to plant a grain field once we're there. Second fishery. So now we actually only have one dude working, which isn't good. So we're going to crank these down. You get a bonus of 25. The other one had 16. The most important building actually is the janitor, and we kind of skipped that. So we're not going to need a big one to start, but we are going to need one. We might actually need 3. I don't know if it's going to reach up there and over here. So you can make really small janitors and they're still pretty effective. So we're just going to prototype one here and take a look at it. I'm just going to place One of these up here by this. I mean, it should be... We're going to want to maintain all these mines too, right? So... maybe right here. Be a bit further from the city. The fertility. God, it's so fertile everywhere. Okay, but the fresh water doesn't come out this far. Yeah, I'm gonna build a janitor right there. How fertile would a vegetable farm right here be? 87%? That's wildness. So, here we go. One of those first janitors is finishing. And that's one of the most important things is maintenance. You need to have the ingredients to maintain. See, these are already running worse because they're not maintained. And he's going to maintain this road, which is going to be awful. There's a way to turn that off, but I'm not going to. Building the other maintenance over here. So they should both be able to handle it, I think, and actually repair the road, which is kind of useless, but we'll see how it goes. Now that he's out, you can see he'll run around and repair. He's repairing road right now. Let's see how it works. Okay, that's neat. So comes disabled by default, which is fantastic. Except I did that. Now you can see him. He's going to fix the fishery. They're going to come over here and fix this. Life will be peachy keen. They have a radius on them. It's pretty huge. Not colossal, but huge. And we're building one there, right? So those will overlap and cover all of our buildings for now. That's what the wells are for. Make sure they can cool down. They'll also jump in the lake. Once we have the canal, we'll build our own pools and wells. It'll be glorious. And now we're just waiting on this facility up here to build. Super speed for the win. Missing workers. We no longer have enough workers to man all our workplaces. Yes, so this can house an insane amount of workers. We don't need that right now. We do want a couple, so 8 will probably be good. Still have these smart workers, so we're going to turn them into builders again. Keep deleting parts of this busted road. So now we only have these 5 workers, but I put a bunch of guys in the carpenter. We're going to want a warehouse way closer than that. But for now, this will be okay. And they're going to make furniture. Furniture is going to allow us to build a hunter. That's going to be the first thing. Hunter and that lavatory. Now, zoom out here and you can see all the different dudes. There's Intelligence there. Door there. They might hunt down. They might deliver that way. No storage. Weird. So this also needs furniture. That's probably way too big of a hunter. But there's a good flock there. Good flock there. Don't know if they're going to run up here. There's pigs here too. So see what his radius is. Alright. So here we are. It is year 5. And they're just finishing up some of the stuff we placed. So we have a lavatory, we have the warehouse, the market, and the food stall are here. We still haven't collected enough fruit or vegetables to plant the fields. The vegetable field's not done being cleared. We're surviving off fish with the 2 fisheries, and the carpenter is producing furniture. So we've made 1 janitor, we're making the 2nd janitor, and I've decided we want a auroch pasture down here. Because I noticed in the market we have animals and they expire quickly, so I don't want them all to die. Figured maybe we could get the auroch pasture going, and that's another source of food there, food and meat. Finished building all the things we placed. We have the 2 hunters going. I have them both scaled down to 2 people out of the 8 they can. I have this going, and it only has 8 people. I turned it all the way down and then put it on auto employ. It's going to go way up as there's more animals, so we're going to need the population to start growing. Still haven't harvested enough fruit for the fruit farm, which tells me the fruit is kind of too far away. Now, it's kind of bad to waste a worker like this, because he's just going to sit there most of the year, but I'm not going to get them unless I do it. Maybe we give him something a little bit further away to do that's also beneficial, like clear some rocks. So those are further away from him than this job. So he'll clear some rocks now and then grab fruit in his off time. If there's more fruit, I'll do the same thing to that. Just because we really want to get the fruit going in order to have the babies. So I don't want him to cut wood up here. We don't really need wood up here. Clear rock takes a while for one person. There, now we got one person by each of the fruits. They should just destroy the fruits. And we need a warehouse up here by the carpenter so we can put wood and furniture in it and make him way more efficient. So we're gonna have the little square thing here. That's got some nice stuff. Maybe we go right across from the janitor. And if you put too many doors, you end up with isolation penalty. So now we have got this. Maybe you can zoom out one more. There's the warehouse we're currently building. There's our little hunter down here. Our new Orok field. The only housing on the map for 2 fields we're trying to plant. The workers are up here and up here gathering fruit. And our people are slowly not hating everything. All right, so here we are. We have now placed a few new houses. It's the homeless overlay here. You see this red? That means somebody's homeless. So we zoomed out. You go, and you see blue. Blue is good. Blue is good. They're all happy. White is empty houses. So it's not a housing issue, right? So you look around. Oh, he's homeless. So if he's not homeless and he's walking there, that's only about that far. So I placed these houses about that far, hoping I could keep them by the square and an outlier'd walk there. If not, we'll just place a couple more up here. Here's the new houses we just placed. Kind of just like a nice little design there. I don't know. We're going to put a little courtyard in here. We're going to have quite the fancy city going here. I think we're off to a good start as well. People are miserable. Oh, it just went up when I looked at it. Will you look at that? It's beautiful. Apart from that, things are going just swell. Speaking of swell, we should go check on our dudes. We put nice. So they've gathered all the fruit we need. So we no longer need these workers on the fruit exclusively, and that'll free up the 2 workers. So that worked out really well. The thing is, they're only ripe for like 3 days, and when you play on fast, you can miss that real quick. We might want to do the same thing for one of the vegetables, because we also placed that vegetable farm, and we're going to want them eating not fruit. The vegetable farm's actually going to finish itself, so I'm going to take that back right away. Otherwise, I'm liable to forget it for like ever. -3 odd jobbers. Sorry, the homeless went away, so that is close enough. He is now happy. We have a few negative odd jobbers because we finished the fruit farm. That does make sense, so we need to find 3 workers somewhere. I'm going to take them out of the carpenter for now, because we have 200 furniture. I'm not giving it to the people yet. I'm going to take 4 out, because you need 1 person to keep building. Building another bathroom here. The first bathroom finished. When we click on it, we can see its radius, and it doesn't quite reach these buildings. I don't think this one's going to reach the hunter either, but I think he will walk a bit for the bathroom. Doing good. Doing fine. Speaking of doing fine, the people should be doing the finery, not husbandry. That's animals. May look the same, but we classify it differently. Human nursery construction. So these consume fruit to make babies. This is an open area. I'm just going to design one here. I have a design in mind for this that I really like, that I've made before. So it's actually really efficient space-wise. So these little arrow symbols, they need to be able to walk to them. These other things, they don't. Actually, it fits kind of along that road I already semi-placed. Let's run with it. Oh, right. Baby maker. So now this is going to start pumping out children's. Hopefully we get enough fruit to actually sustain them. We haven't had the fruit farm very long. And we're getting demands from people. Evil, evil people. Let's go check on the baby maker. Oh, it apparently needs fabric. So we're placing a cotton farm here. And then when that's done, we're going to start building a weaver. We do not have enough people to run all of this stuff we're building. So the baby maker is going to come in clutch. But it takes years after you have the baby, I think, then to actually be able to work. Now the one we built can make 48 babies. We only have 47 people. We're going to end up having our entire workforce then switch to just fruit farming and baby carrying. And we're going to try and double our workforce in a couple of years. People will be angry, but once we have more people, it'll be great. So I'm trying to rush this. I have I set some workstations down here. And we picked all of the cotton. It's still on the ground, but it's there. And I think they'll want to bring it here after they do this. They're running a huge deficit on workers, which isn't good. But I'm trying to build up our stockpiles of stuff. Alright, so we're trying to make the weaver. We got the cotton farm currently constructing. Now, cotton farm, once it's finished, we're going to need the weaver. The weaver is locked behind a technology, which is up here. We started the game with 1,000 tech points. It's one of our perks. The weaver's only 120. So, I'm just going to unlock it. Now remember, we wanted our noise up here. The cotton field's right here. Up here is probably a great place for the weaver. Looks like this. Storage. We can make the building match that if we wanted. We could say this is where the road's going to be. Have a nice big highway across. That leaves good room there. That's actually the cotton field itself. Maybe we just put the weaver right here. Actually, maybe here we'll have a second cotton field. A nice road between them. Second cotton field, road, weaver. Now these you can never have enough of. We're gonna go big with this too. One on the back. Good measure. So that's going to weave the stuff for our baby maker. Gods have forsaken and the rain has stopped. It's going to devastate our crops. So when this happens, you look at this and you can see your yield and it's just ticking down and it'll keep ticking down. You can get 0. I've gotten 0 for years before and almost lost with like a 3,000 pop city. So you always got to make sure you have spare sources of food. That's what the fish and meat are for. We got a few roads going now to keep the people happy. You know how it is. And then we're going to have the mines here, the weavers here, so we'll have the ironworks and stuff all here. And this will be the noisy district. Here, because this is noisy, we're just going to make noise. The noise. And we got the weaver currently building up, so that's going to start weaving some fabric. Every building has like one worker in it. I have far too many buildings. I'm being quite aggressive with this. I want to get this going. And then I think I can run on fruit and babies for a few years and like double the population. See how it works. Extreme temperature. We have a hearth here and a well here. So hot or cold. They're set. So now we got a weaver. It's going to auto assign 48 people, which is more people than we have total. I'm going to put 2 there, which is going to put us at -2. And I'm going to go down here to the market and tell them they can't have fabric. So I only want to use that to build this right now. Look at that. Here it comes. Not even going to take long. So much cotton saved up. Growing cotton for years while that build. We have the 2 hunters working, so the leather's building up. When we build the cloth maker, he'll be able to swap back and forth between leather and fabric. Power through some clothes for a few years. Hopefully when we get trade for money. Speaking of trade for money, world map. We are the guild. And we have access to a lot of different people right now. This map is busy. There are so many places on it. It's going to, wow. It's going to be crazy. Apparently the build points and stuff are reworked. I cannot wait. There's the new weaver. Always take a look. We've got the well and the hearth and a hunter down here. Our animal field, we're hunting here, and there's little birds down here we're hunting. Human nursery. 1 more fabric. Construct that. So in this build, we're going to have to do some weird swap of character here. I've already shut off the vegetable farm and the cotton farm. I don't know how many workers this takes. 15. So I'm going to have to turn off pretty much everything. He's not losing animals. I'm going to turn that down to 2. Hunter's gonna have 1. Go to the other hunter, put him to 1. Fruit farm has to stay good. The carpenter only has 1. I'm gonna turn it off. Have 42 furniture. Warehouses probably shouldn't be off, so that they can still get their stuff. Bathroom's on auto, but I'm going to turn it down to 1 just to see. It can bounce back. Same with this one. It is on 1. Janitor's on auto. Turn them down to 1. This one has 4. I'm going to turn him down to 1 as well. The game will take more back from that, but for right now, it'll allow us to keep functioning for a second and allow people to move in here for work. Weaver. Kind of done with that. Turn that off as well. Cotton farm is off. Fruit farm. It's half people. Vegetable farm's off. The fisheries are actually really good. They each have 3 at least bonus fish. So 3 workers get really good food from that. And then I guess we just watch this to see how many of our creatures are dying and make sure our food stays good. But we have 30 days of food, which is crazy. Notice we're only getting like 10% of the daily work done. They're not dying. And now, I present to you a baby. So this is actually too big for my pop. I could probably take some workers out of it. Because we only have 7 couples willing to make children. So this can hold 48, but we only have 7 couples. So there's no way we actually need 15 people in here right now. Probably more like 4 or 5. We'll go with 5. That gives us 10 people back. I'm going to turn on the vegetable farm with a skeleton crew. Weaver, because we have 800 cotton saved up, and carpenter, because it takes furniture to build buildings. Back to the throne. Bang. So now we got the baby maker. We have 7 couples who are going to make babies, and they'll keep repeating that, I'm hoping. So it's been 25 years. People might start to die soon. I go spend a bit more of that tech. 100 points and get a real graveyard. Now, the patch notes in the update said that it will actually go stand by the graves to mourn, which means I should probably not put it in the middle of nowhere like usual. Maybe have one in the town itself. All right. Huge graveyard. So you can see it says minus 13 workers, but we went through and set our priorities. So the baby makers and the fruit farm are both set to stay on no matter what. So currently our workforce is 36, and we need about 100. While they clear that, we can go look at this again. We're up to 7 children. Which is our reproduction limit, but once they're adults, it also says 1 baby. Slaver has arrived. And here is our graveyard. Only need 1 grave digger for now. And we buried someone. Road. Very minimal roads right now. Minus 17 people is not good. Only 2 there. None of the animals have died still. We still have a fantastic amount of food. I'm going to put the vegetable farm down to 2 people. Weaver and that are empty anyways. Seem pretty happy with just fruit. I really want to put down our first speaker soon. These people are doing fantastic. So, I guess the next step, we're going to end up needing the mason. So we want to build the mason. Here's a mason design. In order to build the mason, we need metal bars. Metal bars are in the tech tree. We're still under our 1,000 points. I don't know if we'll be able to get metal bars for this. We're going to need the metal smelter. Got it. And I think that lets us make metal bars. So metal bars, yeah, smelter. We are going to need coal mine. And we have coal right here. That's a good coal deposit. Another coal deposit over here. See the deposit 70%, 70%. This one was 80%, 80%, 89%. Wow. Yes, we want that coal deposit. There's a little stone deposit here. This is why I rolled the map 10,000 times. It's a Sicilian ore and an ore deposit. So we're going to build a big ore mine and a big coal mine here. This is almost mined out. Got it marked out for the resources. Should mine that too. She is now giving me money and veggies. Look, that actually boosted our happiness a lot. That's good. I still don't have speakers. I'm hoping that the children... Let's go check on the children. Look. We're back from children to babies. So we've had a bunch of children grow up. Reproduction capability is still 7. But that will go up with time. Now, it's time to build the mines. And now the mines are under construction. The only way that works is if the carpenter starts working. We have nobody in the carpenter right now. They will flow in when we get a chance for that. Now we just got duders here working the mines. We're preparing mines. And then the Scythalon mine will go there. Second coal mine here. There's another iron mine on the back. Tiny little gem deposit. And another stone deposit. Check on the children. 6 more children, so the babies look like they grew up again. That means we should get another baby any second. Still at 40 workers. It takes a while for the children to grow up, and you have to account for deaths too. Though they're not happening very much. Housing is mostly empty. Food is fantastic. Drone looking beautiful. Let's take a look at them. There they go. The rains have stopped. So now you just gotta watch your food, remember? So all the crops are gonna get worse and worse. But we have fish. We have hunters. Only 2 fishermen and 2 hunters right now, so we can turn those up if this number gets low, but I doubt it will. It's too high right now. Back to babies. So a group of humans just left because they're miserable. That's really going to hit us in the workforce and in the baby making capacity probably. I don't know how many are going to leave. Looks like just 1. That is not bad at all. Excellent. See how the mines look after all that. Stone done. Gee, that was a cat. Coal mine. Not near. Nothing's near done. We suspended the stone mine too because we don't need it. Doing great. Alright guys, thanks for watching. So that's the first episode in the series. Hopefully there's going to be more. We got the nursery and it's going to be pumping out babies soon, so the population should start scaling. Next episode we'll work on some services and making them generally a little bit less miserable. If you liked it, give a follow and all that good stuff, and I will see you soon. Cheers.